I'm pretty sure over a month ago, it's been over a month ago, I'm pretty sure, I sent out a tweet bringing back the Dukemaster Q&A, because the last time I did this was like close to over a year ago, I would assume. Maybe a couple months. It feels like a year ago. That's the bottom line. It feels like it's been a year since the last one. So we're bringing it back because we've been a lot improved. That's not the word I'm looking for here. We have a lot more fans. That's not the right word either. I have a lot more people following me now on my socials, people subscribed on YouTube, following on Twitch, all stuff like that. So I feel like it's only natural that we had to bring it back. You know, we have to do it again for all the new people so that they get to ask the questions that they want to ask and get the information that they need. And I love doing these videos. I love doing Q&As. It's like my favorite thing ever. It's so much fun. So I'm very happy. So I sent out a tweet probably a month ago. I already said that, but I kept forgetting to record it, and then I went on vacation, and then there was like a bunch of other stuff. So we're finally doing it right now, so it's not put off anymore. Make sure you do follow my Twitter, link in the description for that if you want to be a part of one of these again in the future, because we're gonna keep doing Q&As. It's gonna keep happening. It's gonna be an annual thing because I do love doing them. So I muted this tweet because I didn't want to see what everybody was asking me. I did skim through them today, like before I recorded it, just to kind of did them. So unfortunately, these aren't my first impressions, but it gave me time just to kind of think of some answers. I just skimmed it. Like, I didn't like really think about it. I thought about some of them a little bit. I asked everybody to send me 2 questions, not 1, because I'm really not at the point in my journey, career, I don't know what you'd call it right now, where I can just like have 100 people ask me questions and I gotta pick and choose the best ones. There's only like I don't know, 15, 16 comments on this too. It's around 30, let's say. So I think that's enough to get out one video and like keep it entertaining. In the future though, I hope I won't have to ask for 2 comments, but it's just for the sake of the video, making it nice and whatever. But enough of my blabbering. Let's get to what the people probably were excited and clicked on the video for in the first place. This is gonna be fun. I think this is gonna be fun. And I will be dropping everybody's ats for this on Twitter, so all of you are gonna get exposed for these questions. Anyways, first 2 questions come from @Jester'sWay. First question: what got you into content creation? All right, so let's think about this one logically here. I'm trying to think about like the best way to answer the question. I think what really got me into it was the idea of I can play games for hopefully a living. I can do what that's a stupid answer, I'm sorry. I can do what I enjoy and be in a situation. Why am I like my nose is messed up right now? I need a drink or something. I'm gonna grab a drink. Hold on. Why is my nose bugging? No drinks down here. That's great. I'll live. I think what really got me into it was the idea of I can do what I enjoy, I guess. And on top of that, I'm also like actively like with people. Like I'm streaming and I'm talking to people. I like talking with people. I am both a people person and not a people person at the same time. It's very weird. But the idea that I can do that and kind of just do what I enjoy doing, what I spent most of my life doing, for hopefully a living, hopefully a job where I'm making money and I get to have fun. I think that's really kind of like what sold me on it. It's just like I can't see myself doing any other job like and enjoying it other than this. But of course, this is not my full-time job. I hope in the future that it will be, because I really am putting so much time and effort into this. Even though it doesn't seem like it, truly, like behind the scenes, I am putting a lot of time and effort into this stuff. So definitely, I think that's just kind of what really got me interested in it, was the fact that I can do what I want and like be my own boss, have fun. Because most jobs you can't have fun, let's be honest, except for something like this. And it's also just the idea of I grew up, unlike most content creators that are big these days, I grew up like watching them all the time and like being in a situation where I would watch them after school and do stuff like that. It was a norm for me. It's something I grew up with. So it's kind of me just like being the next cog in the machine, right? It's like just continuing the circle of life. Now we come, my generation that wants to do this, we take over, and then people are gonna. It's a whole circle, right? That's just kind of how it works, though. I hope that answers the question relatively well. The second question: the Macarena or the stanky leg? Which one are you hitting? You have to do it on stream. Okay. Well, I'm not streaming right now while I'm doing this. I probably should have done this on stream, to be fair, but I like to. Next Q&A, I'll probably do it on stream. But I am white as they come, so of course you already know what my answer is gonna be. My thing is stuck in my chair again. Hey, Macarena. Hi! Okay, next questions are from @SmittyTism, who broke the rule and put 3 questions. Which, I don't know how to feel about that. First question, bacon or sausage? Okay, wait, hold on, I thought this would be easy. See, I like them both, and I think it's kind of a situation of, like, which one you're feeling in the moment. If they're both done... See, I'm assuming you're talking like breakfast sausage and not like an actual sausage. If it's like not a breakfast sausage, I'll pick that over bacon. But if they're both breakfast stuff, if they're both done right, bacon is better than sausage. I'm also Canadian, so I feel like bacon is kind of like the easy cop-out answer to go for here. Next question, kind of deep, but would you rather have unlimited bacon but no games, or games, unlimited games, but no games? Okay, listen, all right? You gotta understand, okay? It's a trick question. It's a trick question, okay? If you have unlimited bacon but no games, that's one thing because you have unlimited bacon. If you have games, unlimited games, but no games, it cancels itself out. You don't get any games. I'm sick and tired of this fucking question. Last question. Gay son or thought daughter? Gay son. I would rather have my son be gay than have my daughter get passed around by the entire fucking high school football team that thinks they're going to be the next Kansas City Chiefs. Next question from Atlas Has Horns. If you got reincarnated as an animal after you die, what animal would you hope to be and why? I feel like I would want to say a wolf because it's my favorite animal. Like, I can think of 100 animals that would be cool. Wolf, tiger, lion, a hyena, because I like those. I think a vulture would be kind of cool. Maybe like a falcon, what's the really fucking fast falcon? Oh my god, like the fastest one or whatever. That would be cool. A cheetah, a bear. Bear would be fun. I like any animal, really. Any animal that is relatively big and is a carnivore. I would hate if I got reincarnated and I was a herbivore, I'd be like, nah, bro, just kill me again, please. But no, if it's a carnivore, it's like, we're up, bro. I ain't picking no fucking herbivore. Absolutely not. If you had to pick a favorite song of all time, what would it be? I can't answer that question, man. I don't have a favorite song of all time. I can never like... Songs are one of those things where they're constantly like coming out. There's constantly something new, and they're only 3 minutes long on average. So I can't pick like a favorite one because there's so many. My go-to answer years ago was "Wish" by Trippie Redd because that song holds a lot of nostalgia for me as well, and I enjoy. It's a song that like I'll never skip. Like, it'll be very rare if I skip a song like that. But I don't have, like, a downright favorite. I will never have a favorite song. That's impossible for me. I will never have one. But if I have to pick one, I usually just say "Wish" by Trippie Redd because that song's a fucking grade A classic. But then there's, like, all the songs I grew up with that could also contend for it. I don't know. I can't pick one. I can't pick one for that. Next questions are from @MissileCow Brody, the GOAT. If you could only watch one YouTuber for the rest of your life, which would it be? Gribby! Nah, Grizzy, my favorite YouTuber. I can also say him because usually his footage is the same as like the rest of the guys. So if you watch one, you can kind of watch all of them minus their solo stuff. So Grizzy would probably be, he's my favorite YouTuber. So I kind of gotta go with him, or Smitty, Grizzy or Smitty, either or. Their content, I like never miss it. I always am there for their content usually. So I feel like it would be no different. It's just I would suck not having to watch like everybody else as well. Next question, why don't you post as much on TikTok? All right. Most of you guys don't know this actually. Before I did the YouTube and before the Twitch and before everything, TikTok, it was actually like my platform that I did everything on. I actually have like I think I have roughly 2.5k followers on TikTok, which I wish that all of them just migrated over to YouTube and Twitch, but that's not gonna happen. So I used to post like almost daily on TikTok with like bits and whatever. Like it's still like the funny haha shit on TikTok. Like you don't catch me out here like fucking lip syncing songs like all the girls and some guys do on the app. I don't know, you don't catch me doing that shit. I would try to do stuff that makes people laugh, which is still kind of like what I do here, but I stopped doing it because I then went to YouTube. So I care about my YouTube a lot more, obviously. So TikTok really just fell to the back burner. I rarely post on TikTok anymore. I just go, I like, and I repost shit. I barely make, but I used to make like hundreds of videos. It was like a bi-weekly. It was like not bi-weekly. It was a literal like bi-daily basis. Like every other day I would have a new video out. Some of those videos were really good as well, but they're also really cringy to go and look back on them now. But the only reason I really stopped is because I wanted to put like my time and effort into YouTube, which is something that I have and probably will always care about a lot more than TikTok. TikTok, I feel like is kind of, I do want to say it's kind of dying, but it really isn't. It's now I'm like have a TikTok account where I need to get clips, but I just don't do that. I need to like hire somebody to do that or something for me. But that's kind of the situation I'm in right now. I just want to focus on YouTube, which is something that I care about more, opposed to something like TikTok. TikTok was fun, but nobody's full-time job is being a TikToker. You can't make money off TikTok, right? If anything, you're doing it because you have 100 other social media. You're a social media influencer. You're cross social media. You're not just on TikTok. YouTube, you have the advantage of, okay, cool, you're just here, and that can be enough to get you by. But TikTok, it was never like going to work. And I feel like 2,500 roughly followers on TikTok is the equivalent to what I have on YouTube now, because it's so much easier to get views, to get likes, to get follows on TikTok, because that's just how the platform works opposed to YouTube. So to answer your question, I just want to focus on YouTube and Twitch, stuff that I know is going to get me somewhere and stuff that I want to get me somewhere, rather than something like TikTok is kind of, I guess, the best way to put it. Next questions are from @BubblyMarmar. What are some of your favorite songs, normal music, and game soundtracks? Let's get that top 3. Game soundtracks, oh god. I can pick like game soundtrack albums. I don't think I can pick a specific song. Shit, man. I'm trying to think of like, I hate the music related questions because I can never answer them. I'm gonna look what video game songs I have in my my editing thing right now. Okay, Donkey Kong Country. I'll get that out of the way for sure. All 3 of the games, the best video game soundtracks of all time. Yeah, I might just use that as a cop-out answer. Screw it. Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. Best video game soundtracks. There you go. That's my 3 answers right there. Best video game soundtracks. Follow-ups is like Sonic Unleashed, Smash Bros, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. All the stuff in the Wii Party, all the stuff in the background of my YouTube videos usually means that it's fire. As of my top 3, can I just actually check this on Spotify? Isn't there like an on repeat where it's like your most popular songs? What the fuck is this? I just looked for on repeat. What is this? Do you see this? Yacht Mix, Riz Mix, and Freaky Mix. What is the world coming to, man? It's so over. Why are these official Spotify playlists? Why is the first song on the Riz Mix Family Ties by Baby Keem? Why is the first song on the Yacht Mix I Don't Give a Fuck by Drake? This is bad. This is terrible. Okay, I don't actually have one for 2024, and I don't again, I don't have a favorite song. You guys gotta stop asking me this. But my ones from 2023 were Everlone by the Foo Fighters, Wanderlust by The Weeknd, and Just Wanna Rock by Lil Uzi Vert. Those are my 3 from last year. I'm excited to see what this year has in store, but stop asking me music questions. I cannot give you an answer to them unless it's like genres or something. But specific songs, I can't do for you. Second question, do you want to play Overwatch? I can't play it right now because I have to go to work in like my friggin' retail part-time job in like 2 hours. But I will never turn down a good Overwatch session, so maybe next time. At Loves Pezzy asks, hi, what or who inspired you to start streaming / doing YouTube videos? Okay, so there's 2 different ways we can play this question. If we really want to think like where the initial seed was planted that, hey, I want to do this, like way back. All right, way back. The original, like, I guess seed that was planted was from the Game Grumps. The Game Grumps were the original guys who like gave me the idea of, okay, I want to do this. This is something I want to do, content creation. They were kind of the guys that really made me want to do that, and they were the reason why I did series-based videos, which I don't do much anymore, which I'm going to get into that. But they're the reason why I did series-based videos, and I feel like it's very obvious how influential they were kind of at the start of my YouTube. I unfortunately don't watch them as much anymore, and I feel like you can kind of see that now as well, which gets into my second point. They were the seed that planted the thing, but the water and the sunlight and the soil and everything that grew the tree was like Smitty, Grizzy, Droid, Pezzy, Puffer, all those boys. They are kind of the ones that influence my content now because they're my favorite content creators. And even going back, like Vanoss, Terrorizer, Nogla, basically Wildcat, all those guys, they are also a part of that list, but they are the reason why my content is what it is now, why I do the funny moments videos, why I'm like, I don't do series much anymore unless it's with another person. They're the reason why I do stuff like that, because they're kind of what I want my content to be now. And again, it's kind of obvious, but they're what I want my content to be now, while the Game Grumps were the initial, I want to start doing this, if that kind of makes sense. It was kind of like a mix of both, but they're those 2 different groups and things that people can kind of be summarized for both different aspects of why I do it and how I do it, I guess, are kind of the 2 ways that you can look at it. And even so, Smitty, and the reason why my first YouTube video was a Mario Kart video was because Smitty's Mario Kart videos were like my favorite videos to go and rewatch. Like, even then, I say it was the Game Grumps that planted the seed, but it was kind of them as well. The Game Grumps also helped with that, but then they also did it, and then they keep going because they influence my content now. Like, I feel like that's the best way I can describe it. Next question. What's one game that you really want to play but haven't had the chance to yet? Okay, there's a lot that I could put here. Honest to God, my gut answer really says Elden Ring. Elden Ring is one of those games that I wanted to play, but I feel like it's kind of had its life cycle now, where if I play it, because I'm not going to play it if I play it, I'm playing it for content. I'm not playing it to torture myself for no reason. But I feel like it wouldn't get any views or anything now, so there's no reason. Like, it's had its lifespan, and now it's just kind of, other than the DLC that came out not too long ago, it's kind of into obscurity now. Again, it's had its life, it's had its circle, it's kind of done now. If people want to see it happen, I would love to play it, but I feel like I'm very bad when it comes to raging at games, because when I rage at games, I drop them. So I feel like I'd be dead by the first thing, and then boom, I would drop the game. So I feel like it would suck. But I don't know. Elden Ring it's one of those games where it's like, if I had like a demo, like, I just want to try it just to see what it's like. I don't know if I would beat the game or anything, but I want to try it. But I've never played a Dark Souls game before. I haven't done anything like that. But it just looks like it'd be something that's fun to do. Or maybe it'd be very hell-inducing. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air with that. Next question from @Dragonfire. If you woke up in a video game, which would be your first choice and which would be your last choice? I'm assuming this means that video games that I've played before. First choice. Oh, am I stupid? First choice, Persona 5 Royal. Hello? Granted, it's a lot of like high chance of death and stuff related to that. Like I would very easily die, probably. But if the idea that everything goes well, I get to be a vigilante, technically. Persona 5 Royal, it's my favorite video game of all time. I feel like I need the vibes, the game, everything is too good. So, and if I was in that, I would be like, I've said I've wanted to be drawn in like the Persona 5 art style because it's so hard. But that's like an easy question. That's an easy question, honestly. I'd love to do that. As for last, I'm trying to think of a game where you die like frequently and it's just not fun. I really don't know. This is actually a good question. A game I would least like to. I feel like I would say Elden Ring again, but I haven't played the game, so that's like a cop-out answer. I'm trying to think of games that I have played. The one that's actually coming to my mind right now is from a series that I did on Twitch that I never actually finished, unfortunately, but I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I think that would probably be my bottom pick because I haven't beat the game, but from what I see, it's 5 people who were put into a digital dimension and tortured and put through practically hell for 1,000 years, and they can't die and they can't do anything, so it's literally hell. I feel like that would probably be my bottom pick because I would just be getting tortured for 1,000 years by some tyrannical digital god. So again, I haven't finished the game, and maybe I need to keep streaming it, or maybe it might just die and fade into obscurity like a lot of series I've done before. But that would probably be my bottom pick because I don't think I would like to be tortured for 1,000 years, or the point where I would just wish for death when I can't even get that. Like, I feel like that would be kind of insane. Next question from @LovelySunny. If you had any superpower, what would it be and why? Okay, I can't pick one with this. Easy, like top 3 I can give you. Super strength, because when everybody says super strength, I feel like they think of it wrong. When people think super strength, it's like, oh yeah, I can lift up like buildings and shit like that. Super strength is the enhancement of all your muscles in your body. So not only can you like are really strong with like picking up and like punching and like moving shit, but you're also really fast because the muscles in your legs are tenfold. So you're just all around a physical beast, and I feel like in a real world scenario that would be pretty helpful, I think, at times. So super strength is probably at the top of the list, very top of the list. Also, every cool anime fight ever is 2 guys that are stupidly strong just beating the shit out of each other. So I feel like that's also gonna go in there. Second is probably time stop. And I'm not saying that because everybody just like paused the video because they're like, oh god, this guy's a fucking creep, isn't he? No, that's not why, okay? I'm a JoJo fan and I'm a Sonic fan. And 2 of the biggest gimmicks in those medias are stopping time. So I just think it would be really cool if I could just, even like what Dio did to Polnareff, if I just stop time at the top of the stairs and move him down a step, go back up to the top, resume time, and keep doing that. If I could just like fuck with people, I think that would be so cool. Also, it's really cool if somebody goes to punch you, you stop time, you appear behind them, and then you just turn around and you're like, well, it'd be so cool. Not for the freaking freaky reasons that everybody else says it. It'd just be cool to do. Third one is probably all supernatural here. It's got no benefit in the real world. Probably electrokinesis. Being able to control electricity. It's like the coolest thing to me. And I feel like everybody who has it is in like superhero comics and whatever is just really badass. So that's kind of like an easy answer for me as well. Electricity is always like, it's something I wanted to make a part of my brand for like YouTube and Twitch and whatever, but I never really got to. So it's always going to be like a little important piece of me. So I feel like that's got to be the third answer. Easy money. Second question. Again, it's a music question. What album song is on repeat for you right now? I can't like, I don't know if Spotify will be able to give me an answer here. There's a whole playlist of them right now. The very top song is Goosebumps by Travis Scott. I don't know if that's like there because it's my top song. But yeah, because I don't know why Mood from 24K Golden or What's Poppin' from Jack Harlow, because I don't even listen to that song. Like, I don't think... Yeah, there's songs on here I don't even have liked. Like, this is not accurate at all. But probably I gotta go to my old school playlist. Hold on. By old school, I don't mean actually old school. Probably my most played song right now. I think Temperature by Sean Paul. Let's go with that. Temperature by Sean Paul I had very much on repeat in the top. When my top on my Jeep was down and I was driving... That's definitely on there. I think that's definitely one of the best answers I can give you. Next question from iBombZ11. Best and worst Persona character. Best Persona character, Ryuji. Worst Persona character. There's a couple I could put here actually. Worst Persona character is, I'm gonna say, Mr. Okumura. Quite literally because that boss fight almost made me rage quit the entire game. I don't know what just happened to my voice there. That was him coming back at me. That was him trying to strangle me for shit talking him while he's dead. No, I hate that guy. I will forever have PTSD from that boss fight. So I'm putting him there. Question from, oh god, I don't know how to say this username. At 70s? Svenvies. I don't know how to say your name. What's a country you'd like to visit / move to? Top of my bucket list is I need to go to Japan. That's like, out of every country to go, that's like the very top. If I gotta go on a trip, the very top of my bucket list is I'm going to Japan. Which would be kind of crazy because it's like a 12-hour time difference. It's like a complete night and day difference. It's like, I don't actually think it's not 12 hours. That's Australia I'm thinking of, but it's like close to 12 hours. Japan is like the very top of my list. Like, I need to go. I need to experience that, and I will go there one day for sure. Maybe I'll vlog it. Who knows? But I need to go there absolutely for like maybe Pokemon can go send me out to Japan like they did with Mr. Alpharad and Jane Animations. I would love it. That would be my dream if Pokemon sent me to Japan. That'd be a dream come true. Let's be honest here. Second question: if you could be good at one thing of your choice, what would it be? Content creation. Next two questions from @DailyVileplume. What is your least favorite Pokemon? Oh god, I have to go to the fucking national decks. I need to actually think about this. Hold on. Okay, I'm looking. Give me a second. I can think of like good contenders that could compete for my least favorite, but like with Pokemon, it's really hard to hate a Pokemon, you know? Like, it is genuinely really hard to have a least favorite because they're all like, whether you like them or not, they're all memorable and they all kind of hold a place for everybody. Every Pokemon, whether you hate them or not, it's somebody's favorite. Like, you have to think about it like that. It is somebody's favorite Pokemon. So I'm really just trying to look to see if there's one I don't give a shit about. Well, there's a lot of Pokemon I don't give a shit about. If there's one I genuinely hate is what I'm trying to see. Also, I could be looking at it from like the casual standpoint. I could be looking at it from the competitive standpoint as well. Like, there's a lot of different ways you can take this question if we're really thinking about it. Okay, honestly, like, top 3 that come to my mind: fuck Bruxish, because that thing is ugly as hell. Fuck Mr. Mime, because that thing creeps me out. And fuck Jinx as well, because Jinx is the blackface Pokemon, dude. It's insane. And not including those 3, fuck any Stallmon. Like, I don't... Honest to God, any Pokemon that's Stall or is played like Stall, I hate them immediately. So honest to God, any Stallmon will take, like, my least favorite pick if we're on some real shit. All right, second question: have you ever played Hollow Knight? If so, what do you think of it? I have not played Hollow Knight. No, I have played it barely on not my Switch. It was like my cousin's Switch or something. I don't know. I barely played Hollow Knight. I didn't think anything of it, really. I thought it looked unique. And that's kind of it. It didn't really like interest me because it's a Metroidvania and those bother me. I didn't really think much of it. I know a lot of people do like it. I don't really care for it, and I probably pissed a lot of people off just by saying that. Not a lot of thoughts on it. I feel like if I would actually have to go and play the game, then I might have to change my mind. There's going to be some people in the comments telling me you need to play Hollow Knight now. I'm probably not going to, okay? Don't get your hopes up, please. Now we are down to the last of the 2 questions. From @Peziot, or Peziot. Maybe it's like idiot. I don't know. What's your favorite candy, if any? Okay, so I wasn't a big candy guy growing up. I was a fruit person. Not even chocolate. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of that. As a kid, I ate fruit. That was like my thing. But even so, still to this day, Skittles, top tier, best candy ever made. I don't care. I don't care, okay? No other candy tops Skittles, specifically the original one, because all the other Skittles, sour Skittles are okay, but all the other Skittles are, like, weird. Like, the berry ones are awful. Like, the gummy ones are weird. You need the run-of-the-mill original Skittles, literally, stand on top of every other candy ever made. If you give me Skittles, if you like walk up to me and give me Skittles, I'll just be so happy with you. Like, that's literally it. That's literally it. I gotta go to the freaking bathroom real quick. Hold on. We're gonna answer the last question after I go to the bathroom. Give me 1 second.
Many minutes later.
The last question of today in the video is, do you like any comedians? Obviously, yes. I'm trying to think of ones that I do enjoy watching, though. There's, like, a lot of the comedians that I see, it's just, like, shit on TikTok. Like, there's a bunch of... I can't name them all. There's a bunch of them on TikTok. But the only comedian I've ever gone to see in person, he kind of doubles up as a ventriloquist, is Jeff Dunham. Jeff Dunham. I also watched all of his clips on, like, YouTube and stuff, but I went with my uncle and my cousin. We went to go watch him live. That was a lot of fun. He's one of my favorite comedians. Also, the fact that he's a ventriloquist makes it that much more impressive and that much more funny at times because he, like, plays off of the puppet. I think Kevin Hart also counts as a good answer. I watched his Netflix special. I think he has more than one. I think I watched all of them with my aunt. My aunt loves Kevin Hart so much. I think I did all of those. So I'll say those 2, and then all, like, the people on TikTok that I follow. I don't know all their names, man. I'd be here for a minute if I have to do that. But that's gonna be it for the next Dukemaster Q&A. Thank you to everybody who did answer. Not answer. What? I did the answering. Thank you to everybody who asked the questions. That's what I meant to say. Thank you to everybody who asked the questions. Again, make sure you do go follow on Twitter for when this happens again in the future. It's gonna be real good. I do hope that I can get more questions, like one from each person. Again, just because of the situation I'm in, I had to double down and do 2 of them. But in the next many months, we'll do this again, and it'll be a lot of fun. Maybe I should do it live. I'll do it live. I might do it. Oh, actually, hold on. I might do the marble thing live. We might try that. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens next time. But thank you guys very much for listening. I hope you learned some cool knowledge about me today. I don't know. Hopefully you did. Hopefully this was entertaining. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.